All righty, are we live? Yes, we are. Today's topic is this. Crap's just got a whole lot crazier. How so? And what is the hard ways all day? And what's hard all day about craps anyway? We're going to talk about all that stuff right now.
We got a new intro song apparently, Jim.
Apparently.
I was just on the wrong page of buttons.
Interesting. You need to turn it up a little bit, though.
I'll just go ahead and we'll just go ahead and shut it down.
lick our wounds and move on.
Yeah, and move on. How are you, Jim?
I'm doing great. And welcome back to Vegas. I know you left last week for a wonderful family reunion. How did that go?
It was good. Family reunion. You get to see family, and you get to
How many people? How many people?
I don't know, 30 some or whatever.
And was this your side of the family, the wife's side of the family?
It was my mother, right? So
okay.
So my family beyond I don't have like a big family structure.
No.
But my mom has created a big branch because she had, 6 kids. And so that's all it was. It was her kids. And then they all, like me and all my siblings have a bunch of kids. So let's see. My brother has 4 kids. My sister has 3.
That's 7.
I have 4.
11.
My other sister has 2. My
That's
other
13.
sister has 3.
16.
Yeah. Okay. And then those kids are now of age that they're having kids. I mean, most of them are like young, but there was
So this is an exponential, very fertile family.
Yes, I guess.
Either that or they'd never learned the old topic. No means no.
It might be. We're not Mormon or we're not Catholic. You're
just frisky.
You're
frisky people. Yeah,
we're frisky. Exactly. I think that might be a fair
And speaking
way
of
to
frisky people, there's one of your sisters right there.
Yeah, there's one of them who's
Number
causing
one fan.
the family tree to explode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, her kid, she just has one kid currently, but one grandbaby.
So you have grand nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Or not grand, what we call them.
Great,
or you're a great uncle, but what do they call it when you go the other way?
Great niece? I don't know. Jim, I don't know this stuff, like I said. But as far as like cousins and uncles and aunts, our family's somewhat small.
Okay.
But anyway, so that was that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I was tempted to stop by the casino.
We
live like halfway in between. So I don't know if you know anything about Ohio, but they passed a law where they're allowed to have casinos, and they split it up. You can't have them anywhere. They're like, we got to be safe. So we're only going to put them in designated cities, right? And so they spread them out across the 4 major cities. So there's one in Cincinnati at the bottom, one in Columbus in the middle, one in Cleveland at the northeast end. And home is between Cleveland and Columbus. So I could have went to the Cleveland casino or the Columbus casino. And then there's actually one over in Toledo.
Which is what?
Yeah, I ended up not going to any. I brought all that up to say I didn't go to any casino. I just every time I go in there, I'm like, man, I should go to the Columbus casino, or I should go to, I think, which is a Hollywood maybe. And then in Cleveland, it's the Jack's casino, which might be independent. I'm not really sure, but anyway. Technically, I have to do that. Visit a casino so I can write it off as a business travel thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one just turned out to be a family visit. So
I'm glad you had a good time. I'm happy for you, and it's a lot of people. I did see some stuff on Facebook, not your Facebook, but your wonderful sister's Facebook. I think put up, and your wife. Yeah. She's a lot more active than you are, but good job on that. But we got to say a shout out to crowd pleaser, the cloud pleaser. That's hard to say today for some reason. But anyway, he comes up with our newest rendition of thumbnails and
you were looking
AI
good
art
today, Jim.
What's that?
You were looking good today.
Yeah. I mean, you can't tell the difference, Jeremy. I
No, it
mean,
looks the
look at it.
same for you. For
Yeah,
me, it's a big
it's a dead
change, the
ringer. Yeah,
thumbnail, but
yeah,
it's, that's what
yeah.
you see in the mirror every day, right?
Exactly. So thank you very much, Brian, on that one. But anyway,
And you're back to work.
I am back to work. The kids aren't there for another 3 weeks, but I
Oh,
am back
really?
to
You're
work.
back to work
Yeah.
that early? I thought
Yes.
teachers just went in like a couple days
Week
before.
before, usually. But I am a 10-month extended, so I go next year, I think 10 days or something like that, or 5 days, 7 days, whatever it is. But I'm not complaining. I like it, and it gives me a chance to get a lot of stuff done.
Gotcha.
So back at work. Jim's microphone is significantly louder than Jeremy's.
Yeah, we'll see. I turned it down when I saw that, but
Okay.
We'll find out shortly.
All right.
Also, I wasn't on my mic very well. It might be that just Jeremy's mic is so low.
Or it might be, Brian, that just Jim is significantly louder than Jeremy at any given moment in time, as I'm always using my teacher voice. So
maybe, but I'm not sure. I think that should be able to be compensated for with all this technology, supposedly.
And our new intro. Yeah.
Yeah, the intro was a fail for sure.
It's okay. It's okay. Well, welcome back.
Oh, well. Let's, I mean, should be a short topic unless people have a lot of questions about it, but hard all day.
Yes.
What are we even talking about, and how is craps even crazier now, Jim?
So what we have, and we mentioned it briefly last week, and I first heard about it on You Can Bet on That podcast a couple episodes ago, and I mentioned it 2 weeks ago. And it is a new bet, which is great for the game. I think it's going to be great for the game, but it is a play. It kind of combines the ATS with the hard ways. And the way it works is you can bet your hard ways like you normally do. And then you can do this additional bet, which is the hard ways all day. You make a bet on all four, the hard 4, hard 6, hard 8, and hard 10. And you make it the hard way all day bet. And all of those numbers have to hit before Big Red. There's no penalty for soft way rolls or anything like that. They don't count. You just need to roll all 4 of those hard ways before Big Red rolls, or 7 for those of you who are new. And that's it. And it sounds like it's taking off. So what are your thoughts on it? Well, you got any questions?
Yeah. So the 7, you could only lose with the 7.
Only lose with the 7.
So the easy ways don't affect it. Like
Do not.
Hard way.
No. Yeah. First impressions. What do you think? Good for the game?
That's a great question. Probably said, what's the payout? I guess
165 to 1 is the payout. And you want me to pull up the...
You have to hit all, it's all or nothing, right? It's once.
Yeah, you don't get paid halfway if you get 2 of them or anything like that.
So, okay. I mean, it seems pretty easy. Not easy to accomplish. I'm just saying you got to hit all the hard ways before the 7, right? That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I think people will really like it. For one, people are already betting the hard ways.
Oh, they love the hard ways.
And if you can say, well, I hit them all and get paid 165, why not?
Mm-hmm. So the other thing to me, it's like I do the ATS, as you know. I'm a tremendously low house edge guy.
Yeah, except for when it comes to
the ATS, especially when I'm shooting. But I'm very low house edge guy, and the hard ways, they can count toward that ATS. A soft way definitely counts toward the ATS. So it's possible you can get both, I guess.
Double dip, yeah.
Double dip. I don't know. That might be the new thing.
Depending on if the tables have. I saw something mentioned. There was a couple.
I think Paris was a new one.
Planet
Hollywood was the one he was talking about. It's like 4 in Vegas.
Caesar properties.
Apparently the Caesar properties.
Yeah, but I don't know if any of these have the ATS and this hard. I think there's a special.
I think there's a special what do you call this thing? Lammers that you put down on top of the hardway to distinguish it from a regular hardway bet to
Yeah.
a different one. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what are you thinking? You liking it? Good for the game? Good
No,
fun?
I mean, it's good for the game. It's good for the casinos, right?
It's definitely good.
I
Hey,
mean,
there
can
you
you
go.
pull up what's the
Yeah,
house edge? I mean, a
I'll
side
pull
bet.
it.
You say
Yeah,
side bet, I'm thinking 20% automatically, right?
and
So
you're going to be very predictive
yeah, I
on
mean,
that one.
good for the game is kind of I don't know. It's definitely good for the casino, I would guess, for their pockets. When we're making bad house edge bets, it's bad for the player technically. So in that way, it's bad. But it's about gambling and having fun, and we're giving people love the side bets, right? Beyond the
Mm-hmm.
standard game, so they love the all tall small, they love the repeater, they love the fire bet. So, in this one, kind of is a side bet plus a bet a lot of people already make in the hard ways. I think it will be good in that people will love to play it.
Okay.
I think it'll be a very popular uh, bet. But yeah,
Good
good
for
for the
the
game.
game.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, it's going to create some excitement,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
In that aspect, I think yes, yes.
I think it's good for the game. I also think that we don't have a lot of new stuff going on with craps traditionally. Every once in a
Right.
while, every few years, you get a new bet like this one or a new something, but the basics of the game haven't changed. The last big major one was, gazillion years ago when, craps came out. That was a major change.
Yeah, in the I
But
think the
other than
80s.
that, not yeah, 80s. So that was at the Strat, correct? Strat was the first one to roll that one
Yeah, it was
out.
called
We've
something
talked
else.
about it. Yeah,
But yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that's it, crapless craps. But then as far as bonus bets and stuff, the bonus bet, the ATS, or as Brian say ATS, all tall or small, is pretty popular right now, and that's a big one. Although I do know some casinos have changed some rules. They make you have a pass line or make you have some action. You cannot just be an ATS player. You have to, make a pass line bet. Some on the East Coast have. Last I heard, Bally's was doing that up in Maryland. I don't know if that's the case. So if anybody's listening here on the East Coast and you've been to Bally's in the last year, let me know if that's still the case that they're making you make a pass line bet because I was there the
I
first
think is
week
yeah.
they
I
did
don't
it.
like the rule of pass line bet, but I think it's fair that you have to have some action in the game and not especially like at a table. I know a lot of them have gone to like $5 minimums, but if you got $1 minimum and you could just go 1-1-1 or something like that and just sit at a craps table all day long,
Yeah,
uh,
that would
yeah.
be yeah.
One, you're taking up space for people who want to
Yeah,
play, and
and they're probably going to run you off.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, unless they have a rule that says you got to have some action in the game, I guess they can't technically run you off. So I mean, that's where it comes in. But
Yeah, Joe might know. Joe, I don't know if you've been out that way, but to Bally's, but I'd like to know if that was probably one. But back to the Wizard of
yeah,
Oz in Mr. Shackelford up there. So he must have heard about it, and some people must have inquired with him because Mike Duvall, when he did it, he made some calculations with his thing, and his was very close to what the Wizard came up with. But he came up with he's got a 1 in 210, I think, 1 in
that's the
210 chance
probability.
of
Okay.
probability of winning. Of course, we're not going to get paid that 1 to 210 ratio
No, because
there.
that would be like an odds bet.
That would be an
If we
odds
got
bet.
paid
That's
210,
yeah,
that's true and fair odds, and casinos
right.
don't pay us true and fair odds. So
Except for the odds bet. And
except for the
then
odds bet.
right. So this one, because they got to pay for the lights, Jeremy. They got to pay
Right,
for
right.
it's just like over here at my house. It doesn't come on automatically free. Somebody's got
Someone
to
has
pay
to pay
for it.
for it. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got that. So they take a little bit off the top there, 20.95%. So you might as
There
well
you
just say
go.
21, right?
Yeah,
So
21%.
21%.
Okay, so it should be you should get paid 210. They only pay you 165. So okay, it's going to happen 1 in 10 times. So which means like if you bet every time for 165 times
Right.
and you don't hit it, once you're beyond that, you're losing money.
That's right.
So if it takes 166, 167, 168, whatever, you're losing money at that point. So you got to hit it in under 165 times or less, which I don't know. I've never really paid attention to the hard. It's just, every once in a while you're on a table and it seems like the hard ways are just
These are
popping. Right?
Yeah.
But I guess, to have all 4 of them hit on one shooter, or not even one shooter, it's just in between 7s, right? Because any 7 would clear, like a come out 7 would clear the bets.
I think so. I think a come out 7 knocks them down. Any 7.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, it only happens once in 210 times.
Yeah, but still, though, that seems like a lot to me. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like I see it more often, but maybe I don't.
Yeah, well, I guess it's because I never play the hard ways too much, and I'm seeing people, and I'm kicking myself when it parlay, and knocking them down.
Yeah, we saw that on our last cruise, right?
Yes.
I think it was Dan who was doing up. I think he had multiple times. He had like $100 hard way or something like that.
It's insane, but when they hit,
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Brian's running with the bulls. When they hit, it's pretty.
Yeah, I
great.
usually only use hard ways for dealer tips. Like I'll go a 2-way hard way, and cover the numbers.
Will you do a 2-way all day hard way for the dealers?
Hard all day.
Hard all day. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Maybe because that's another way I tip is if I'm going to play the ATS, which I usually don't unless I'm shooting.
Mm-hmm.
I usually will tip the ATS too. So I don't know. I just don't know if I'll play the hard way The ATS is one thing, but the hard all day, I don't know. I think it is a great option to tip though.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially if it's $1.
Yeah, it's not much. I don't know about the minimums. I don't know about.
I'm probably
$25 table is probably they're probably going to want.
Like I wonder
nickels
it's
up
probably
there.
Not $4. You probably don't because it's one bet. I wouldn't think you'd have to individually make it a $4 bet.
No, they probably put it in the middle or something. Bet, I don't know. There's got to be some way to their current layout with a lammer that they.
Yeah, I got to get down there and take a look at it for sure, just to confirm. Do some research.
Yeah, research for the channel. Hey, yeah.
Right, but yeah, I'm thinking it's one bet, and they obviously set it whatever they want, but it would be nice if it's $1.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's they're doing it at $5.
Oh, Joe says it. Here we go. Joe's in the know. He said the minimum bet for the hard ways all day.
What casino was that, Joe?
Yeah, we'll get Joe to let us know. Joe will jump in. Joe's one of our faithful listeners, and he will know and let us know where he's playing.
I get a little confused between. I'm not a fan of the name though.
It's hard. It's hard.
Hard.
You get
all
it?
Day.
That's kind of a dead.
I get it.
It's hard. Okay.
The problem is all day. The reverse all day hard ways. Oh, he says it's at the El Cortez and Gold Coast. Okay.
So it's spreading.
Yeah.
Because those are definitely not Caesar properties. Yeah. So it's off the strip, downtown.
Nice.
Yeah.
So as I was saying, there's already the term all day hard ways exists. And I noticed two different, well, me and you noticed two different things.
Mm-hmm.
I've always known it as, that's just what people call it. And it's not like you're not hopping the hard way. It's an all day hard way. You want to sit up there.
Yeah. You tell the dealer, hey, look, I'm a hard way player. I'm always on. Let me know if it comes down. Hard ways are all day, or I'm up there all the whole time.
Well, that's how you know it is someone who's saying, I always want a hard way bet. That like all day hard way. I know it as they just call it. That's an all day hard way, or that's a hard way hop. Like it's just all day because it's there until it loses, right? With an easy roll or a 7. But so anyway, the term already exists. So the fact that this side bet is now called just the reverse hard all day is confusing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Hard all day, and then there's all day hard ways. Like what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
it seems like
it's going to be some confusion. You probably have to do a video about it, right?
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
I think you're going to have to. If it's taken off already in 6 casinos, And I would like to know if there's anything proprietary about it. Like if the people who came up with the bonus craps. So if anybody
Usually.
knows that, yeah, is it proprietary or is just something that somebody just put out there? I doubt that somebody's just put it out there and people are catching on. They're probably actively
Yeah, they're
selling
making
this
some
bet.
money, and the casinos usually have to pay a licensing fee. So a lot of people don't know that about the all tall small is its official name is bonus craps.
Right.
So if there's an all tall small, you'll see a bonus craps little logo on the table, and it's licensed. And I forget who owns it.
We
I
could
don't know.
Google it.
But yeah, I mean, after a few years, it started popping up because just like anything, you can only hold a
Patent for so long.
right. So then, you started seeing like Boom or Bust, and these were owned by I think like Galaxy Gaming or something, or there's other things that are the exact same as the all tall small. They just renamed it, whatever. So I'm guessing that this hard all day is currently licensed by whoever, and then eventually we'll just see copycats, if it's popular.
And I just did a quick Google search, and according to AI, which is never wrong, Jeremy,
Just about half the time,
it says that it's a patented craps game variation with the rights owned by Galaxy Gaming based in Las Vegas. So you can go knock on their door as well too when you're getting to the bottom of this.
I think Galaxy Gaming owns, they own a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I don't know if they own bonus craps or if they own the Boom or Bust copy of the ATS. But anyway, so yeah, I think good for the game. No, I mean not good for the players. Good for the casino, but yes, as far as like excitement and another opportunity to waste our money and have fun, fun being the key.
Yes,
it's good, and I'm sure the the dice control crowd, they'll love it because they know how to maneuver the dice and hit those numbers.
That's right.
And
hit the chips and hit the wall.
That these type of bets though do suck in even guys like you who's like, I'm not going over 2%. How
right? Usually,
unless I'm playing the ATS and unless I'm playing the hard all day, like what?
I don't know, Jeremy. We all are flesh and bones. We all have our temptations, right?
Yes, your temptations. I love that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dealer envy. We forgot to talk about that because that was in a lot of the articles about.
It includes a dealer envy.
Yeah, I think you throw the 5 in there, and includes the dealer envy bet in there. So yes, so I don't know if that's everywhere crowd pleaser.
Well, it must not be because if you're only doing $1. Well, they could still break it off in the payoff.
No, I mean, it'd be 1-1-1 basically, right? It's $4, $5 total. So you throw in one red chip. They're not going to want a bunch of white chips for a bet. Then, or do you think it's going to be $4, including?
We're talking about the hard all way?
I'm talking about the hard all day.
Hard all day, yeah. Hard. I said hard all. See, I've already.
You were messing it up.
I'm just saying, like, who just told us it's a $1 bet at the El Cortez?
That was probably Joe. Let me see.
Yeah. So if you're doing a $1 bet, because usually dealer envy bets, it's like you throw in 5. I usually still see it, like I've seen it on Fielder's Choice. And so 4 goes to the player, and one of them is part of the dealer's envy. So it's like a $5 bet.
All right.
So this hard all day, I wonder, they could still do the same thing and make it $5 minimum, and $1 of that is for the dealer envy, or they could just take it out of the payoff. Like instead of getting paid, what was the payout? 160.
165.
165. It might be like, well, guess what? The player gets 130 and the dealer gets 35.
Oh, you're thinking they do that?
That's usually what the dealer envy is. Sometimes you get paid it comes out of the right now we're talking the Galaxy Gaming's winnings, their money. So it could be that the player gets 165 and then the dealer gets, let's say 35, and whatever's remaining out of the 210 is what the the license, whoever made the game gets.
So yeah, I'm curious. I'm excited to just want to go play it somewhere, and I'm so jealous of all you other guys. So again, if you can like put it in the chat specifically what it is, but I'm guessing you have to throw $5 in, right? $4
Well,
is
no,
probably
one guy
not
said
going to.
one, so.
And you think
Oh,
$4
okay,
is going
so
to include it?
he just says that it comes out of the. It doesn't come out of the player's win. It comes out of the. Okay, so that's what. So it's nice. They're giving the dealer a cut of their. So what's the difference between 210 and 165?
What's the difference? 165 is 35, 45, 45.
Yeah, they
right?
got 45 to work with essentially.
So they're giving them $5 or whatever.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know what the dealer envy is. It probably says on the layout, but, they're not going to pay over true odds. They're not going to give the dealer envy 45 and then them take nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. They're good.
So
it probably doesn't hit often enough. And even then, even if they do pay out the dealer envy, they're still making money. They're not going to give you, like you said, true odds for the dealer envy.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
they
They're
don't
not
get
going to give the dealer 45, the player 165, and then them get nothing. It's all got to fit under that 210. So it just depends on how much. But
Ali is agreeing with Joe that it's you can go for as low as $1 at Gold Coast, but it's $5 to $25 bet. So $25, woo, yeah.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. If you're a dice controller and can hit the hard ways, like you do that hard way set, I don't know if that actually I don't know if that's what I know that there's a hard way set, right? So
yeah, there is a hard way.
Whether that brings hard ways, I don't know if that brings other numbers or what. I don't know what that brings, Jim. I'm not well versed in that.
I think a lot of times it brings random numbers, but I don't know.
I know, but you're a little harsher critic.
I'm a little harsher there.
Yeah.
More of a skeptic.
But
I'm still rooting for you. Rooting for you.
Yeah, we love it. We want it. Yeah, we want to see.
We're cheering for you.
So the dealer envy thing, does that encourage you to bet it, or like what? It is interesting.
I would think. Well, you think about the ATS.
I mean,
right?
if they have the dealer envy, I don't need a tip because they're already getting a portion.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, think about ATS. When you go up there, and I go up there, and not you because you don't do this, but when I go up there 555, sometimes I'll say 555 and 111 for the dealers.
Right.
So I'm making my own dealer envy tip.
Right.
And they will get paid true out of that, but I'm paying for it. Yeah. It's not coming out of.
So what I'm saying is if the all tall small had dealer envy.
Yeah.
Built into it.
Yep.
You still got paid $150 and it said the casino, dealer envy was $25.
Okay.
Are you still going to go 5-1, 5-1, 5-1? Or are you just going to bet the 5 and know that, hey, if I hit, they get paid with the dealer envy?
I'd probably just do with the dealer envy included. I think. I don't think I would do additional if I knew
it kind of discourages you from tipping. But now they've went from, a $1 bet winning them $150 to whatever the dealer envy is. It's a smaller percentage because it still has to fit it in within the house edge.
So Brock, we're talking about the toke. The dealer envy is a built-in toke for the dealer if the bet hits that the player doesn't come out of their winnings, that the player just makes apparently. Edge. Yeah, it comes out of the house edge, and that's built in. So it must be doing really well for these casinos to be jumping on it like that. I'm curious to see how quickly it will spread. So right now we know it's in Vegas, and I think I saw earlier where Crowd Pleaser said it's going to be somewhere in Reno. Does anybody else know where else you can play this bet? Is it just strictly Vegas right now, or you think the people are actively going all over the place trying to sell this bet?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and here's John from ProCraps checking in, and a happy belated anniversary, John. Hard all day. The guy that sold it to the casinos 100% ripped the idea off. The backstory on that would really ruffle your feathers. I would love to. Maybe we'll even do a show about
Yeah,
it.
well,
Well, we can do
I
some
know John's a super busy
research.
guy, but man, I'd love to have him on if he knows the backstory. Because
He
if you
could call
if
in
you
and give us a backstory if
yeah,
he's
give
got
it to him right
time.
now. We'll hear it right now.
Yeah.
I'll turn on my thing and put up
Yeah.
the phone
And
number.
by the way, yeah, put the phone number up. And hey, and while
So
we're let me just make a quick commercial here. This is for John with Pro Craps, but right up here, John, I got my new Casino Gaming TV mug with the red handle up here that I got this week. So what I'm doing, Jeremy, is I'm trying to get a bunch of the not color up, craps community stuff. So I've got my Mid Atlantic craps mug over here on this side. And Jeff over there, one of the good guys. John, of course, one of the workhorses who puts out stuff every day on the internet. So the good guys I'm putting up on the shelf.
yeah, I love
So
that.
there you go. Yeah, yeah. So
I threw up the phone number. So I'm trying to get out of the screen here. Get it back to full screen. There we go. So I can see better. Yeah, now I've heard Michael Shackelford talk about. So if the idea was stolen, it's kind of one of those things like, a lot of people have a great idea, but someone who actually goes through the process.
the process, yeah.
It's really expensive to go through the process and get the approvals and all that. It takes a ton of money to actually get like a side bet tested, and then it has to be on the casino thing, and you have to pay a guy like Michael Shackelford to verify the
Run the
math,
numbers, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a whole big process, and he's explained it. It's very fascinating. He says it's very difficult and very expensive to get a side bet. So it would be interesting to hear the backstory of, because it's one thing for me and you to be like on the podcast, be like, oh, what if, and come up with an idea, and then
execution is key.
Execution, right? So yeah, maybe the guy, it may be more nefarious and gross, and he said it would ruffle my feathers. So there must be a little more to it than that. But yeah, execution's a big part of that, I guess, whenever the time and the cost of getting these side bets to market is a really big deal. And I'm just going off of what Michael Shackelford said, because he's helped with the process, I guess, many
and he
times.
does stuff for everything from slot machines to any kind of math in the casino. He is,
he's
in a courtroom, he would be known as an expert. Yeah. So let's see. What did
know what he's talking about there?
Brian says he thinks crapless craps will spread quicker than all day hardways.
Well,
why
crapless craps was out in the 80s.
Yeah. Like it's still not everywhere, right?
No, and well, maybe he's saying that the hard ways may never spread, but yeah, crapless craps
maybe that
was in the 80s, and then again, maybe it took a while for the patent, because it was just like a couple years ago. It seemed like all of a sudden crapless craps was in casinos all over the country. So maybe it was one of those situations where there was a time thing that no one could have it.
Oh, yeah,
because Bob Stupak
proprietary, yes,
whatever patent
rights
or whatever
for
it takes to, right? Maybe the clock finding, because it was like all of a sudden it's like St. Louis has a bunch of them, in Vegas, like half the casino, maybe more than half the casinos now in Vegas have crapless craps. It's everywhere now,
and sometimes it's the first table they open.
Yeah,
and I wonder what the reason is on that, Jeremy.
Well, 5 times the house edge.
Exactly. Yeah, it moves it on up, doesn't it?
And like you said, but it's good for the game, because players.
It's good for the game. People love it. You can't lose on the first roll.
Right.
You don't have to buy protection for that pass line bet that 90% of the guys listening to right now aren't making, unless they're shooting. So that's very true.
Another good for the game moment brought to us by the casinos that
out of the goodness of their heart.
Yes.
Yeah, out of the goodness of their heart, Jeremy. Yeah. Let's see. What else do we got out here? Now, we said we were going to talk about the news. We never did.
Yeah,
Jeremy.
we can bring that up. I think we beat this I think we've covered the hard all day side bet pretty well with our limited
Yeah, but
knowledge.
I'm gonna do some more research. I know we're gonna be off next week because you're gonna be on
Yes.
special assignment, and again, I'm
Yeah.
just special.
Yeah.
But I will do some research and try to get to the bottom of it, and I'll reach out to John maybe, and maybe John or Brian or whoever knows a
I
lot. But it
love that.
sounds
Yeah, I'd
like
love to hear the backstory.
John, we'd love to hear the backstory of somebody who really knows it. So
And we
I'll dig
might find it
into it.
on the internet, but if not, I definitely gotta swing by there on the
Oh
way
yeah,
back to or
I
from the
want you to
airport and
do
take a
that
picture of the
for the
layout.
good of the game, for the
I
good of the
really need to,
community.
Jim.
Get out there and tell your wife it's research based, strictly research based. And listen, don't
I
just go
might
out
have
there
to
and
stop
look
at the
at it,
bank
Jeremy.
first before I go there because it just
Maybe
would
you
be
stop on the
rude of
bank on the
me.
way home. What are you going to do with all this cash that you walk
Well,
away with,
I'm just
right?
saying it would be rude of me to just go and look,
Yes, it
observe,
would
take a
be. Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
I really
Don't
need to
do that.
participate and try it
You
out
you got to have that
along with
street
some other
cred.
bets,
Street cred. That's right. Yeah, you got to have it. So make it happen. But yeah, let's bring up the bad news. Let's go back to the
Yeah,
screen over here.
there was a couple of things not so fun.
Not so
Not
fun.
as
And actually hitting the next area of the woods here. Let me see if I can get on this thing. Add the stage. So of
uh,
course it was terrible. The same day
yeah.
that the New York shooting was taking place, we had a gunman lose his mind apparently and just started shooting people in the parking lot of the GSR, which you used to make videos there. Your
Yeah.
son works there, which must have
Yeah.
been very upsetting for you. And we've got a number of club members who live in Reno,
Yeah.
and that was very upsetting to see all that stuff happen. But the guy did die after exchanging gunfire, apparently, with the security, GSR security, and the police. But
Well, sadly, he killed just random
3
bystanders
random
first.
people, and he's dead. And if you get into some of the research and all, they say they may never know the motive of this guy. And it's just crazy. He did not have any prior mental health issues, apparently. If you go in and read some of the things, Dakota Haver, Hawver, 26-year-old resident,
Young
pronounced
guy.
dead. So I don't know what his deal was. I don't know if it says there was no really relationship with the GSR, but yeah, you got any thoughts on that?
No, it
Sad.
sucks, right?
Yeah.
So you're at the casino, you're having a good time. What day of the week was this? 31st. So that would have been a Sunday, or no?
No, it was a
That's when he
weekday,
died.
I think. Yeah.
I don't know. My son was with me. The dealer was with me.
Oh,
At
it
the
was
family
Friday. It
reunion.
was Friday.
Okay, Friday. Okay,
I
so
think it was
Friday.
Friday.
You're right.
Or
Friday,
maybe
Saturday,
Thursday.
the busiest nights. A lot of people there. You're there to have fun, and then just some maniac. I've heard two different things. It was like the parking lot, and then I heard that it was just the valet, like the loop. So in front of the GSR, there's a big overhang where people pull up, drop off, valet.
Okay.
It's kind of all in one spot. So just some guy, maniac, starts shooting at people. I hate that for people. And obviously, I guess he killed 3 people. I think there was 3 that are severely injured in the hospital.
Mm-hmm. I keep moving sideways, by the way, because my mouse disappears when I try to remove. Can you remove it from yours?
I could. You want this thing removed?
Yeah, remove that.
Yeah,
I think
I'll
everybody's
pull
got
it
that. Thank you. That
yeah,
was bugging me.
He doesn't go to jail, but maybe him dying in the hospital because he didn't die right away, but he just died of the shooting.
Injuries.
wounds.
Yeah.
Maybe that's better. The sad part is like the families don't get to find out why or whatever. And maybe a lot of times these people they're not in the right mind to do something like that. So there is no why. But
what do you think was before you heard there was no reason, or we might not know the reason? What did you think was a possible reason when you first heard it?
Nothing. I mean, stuff like that happen. Like, what would be the reason? Like, there's nothing.
So when I heard there was a shooting in the parking lot, you know what I thought? I thought it was probably somebody who lost some money, obviously. And then I thought, who would they be mad at? They're shooting in the parking lot. They're probably mad at other people, and maybe they felt like these people took their money. And where can you lose money?
Poker.
Poker. That's exactly what I thought. I thought there was
Interesting
some,
thought. Yeah, because
uh,
I mean,
you know,
it does kind of check out that way because like most things are not just random. There are obviously disgusting random things,
yeah, like
shooting stuff,
the NFL
but almost always
thing.
it's
Yeah.
like someone they know, or it's related, or it was a
Mhm.
fight. In the parking lot, it's like the guys were arguing, and one
Yeah.
guy's more of a hothead. So I don't know. It's just really sad news, but everyone I know of was safe. I don't think they got any employees. Not that it's a good or bad. I mean, but they got 3 innocent people, and then another 3 are severely injured. So
Yeah.
it sucks all
it's
around.
terrible.
So maybe it's a good thing he died. Now I don't.
Now,
know
did
that I
you know
trust
your
the court
son was
things.
not there that day when you
Yeah, because
first
he
heard
was
about
at the family reunion with me,
it?
and so then when we
Oh,
saw the
okay.
headlines, we're like, oh. And then we were like, we were trying to travel home actually, and he's like, he was getting texts as an employee.
Oh, like shelter in place or whatever, or stay
Yeah, and it was
inside.
like, if you're these certain shifts, don't come in.
Oh, wow.
There's a use this back entrance, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
They were trying to
Avoid that area.
navigate all this
Yeah.
kind of situation. So he's getting texts and stuff, and I was like, "Do you get any inside information? Did you hear who it was? Because they have regulars, so
Yeah.
they might have crazy hotheads, or sometimes you think disgruntled employee, or
Yeah, it's possible too.
I don't know,
But when they were shooting outside in the parking lot,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and that's a shame.
I've seen a picture security
It's a
cam that,
shame.
but I don't know if it's fake because it's hard to believe what's on the internet, and this was on X, so it's even but it looked like he had a gun out, was walking through the casino at one point, but whether that picture
Yeah,
I haven't seen other
everything
news
I saw
sources.
was a guy was outside. I never
Yeah, when the
saw
shooting
anything
took
about.
place, I don't know if he was inside with a gun at one point or
I
not,
didn't
but
see
I don't know.
anything about him being
Not
inside
legitimate
with a
news. I
gun.
haven't seen that yet either.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
never know.
And then we had
Uh,
one of our regulars over, or one of our great club members over there. Where was he? He was saying that he was going to be there that day.
Yeah, I've talking to a lot of people recently. They're like, "Yeah, going to the GSR, checking it out."
Crowd pleaser. Here we go. That's where it was. He said he was literally heading to the GSR that morning. Saw the first responders, kept driving, ended up at the Atlantis instead. So we're glad you weren't in the parking lot and all that over there, crowd pleaser. But I've been to that property. I know you've been there, but I've only been there once, and that, from what I understand, is the biggest casino in Reno.
Mm-hmm.
And I think on some of the articles that I've read since then, says it's the biggest one north of Vegas, and it really is a tremendous property. When we went there, we did a little tour. I did not go into the big arena or whatever they have the concerts and stuff at, but it's really a wonderful property. And that to me would be one that you would want to gravitate toward, and where you would assume they had better security and stuff like that. But one crazy person in a parking lot, it's just like everywhere. There's a reason why we have police all over the place.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of security and stuff, but
yeah, definitely on that.
And it's one of those things. Like, some people say, "Hey, I don't go downtown to the casinos in downtown Reno because it's rough." Because there are there's homeless and different things like that. And Reno, there is like a section next to it that's a rougher area of town. Where
Like in most places,
the
yeah.
Walmart's cross street and everything's locked up.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
There's stuff, but you'll have that by a lot of casinos,
right?
But yeah, I don't, just whatever. It's
wait a minute. Here's another possible motive. Watch two guys on YouTube thought he could win in craps and lost his retirement money. Oh my God!
Joke about this at this point. But
yeah, it's been, I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it's just it's hard
we're only
to
bring it up because it's casino related. I have a lot of ties to the GSR, and
literally family working there. Yeah. Holy roller craps. What is it? We really can't hear Jeremy.
That's so weird. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, is it just Brian? Is it just Brian? Because I know
Yeah, it seems
Brian
like he's the
sometimes
only one crying. Brian, quit
sometimes
your
he's
crying.
he's got problems with internet. So maybe it's intermittent. Maybe
Well,
it's
it
just
shouldn't be
when
internet,
Jim's
but maybe
talking.
headphones. Like it's only coming through one ear. I
Yeah,
don't know.
one side.
I'll
I'm
try to keep
teasing
my.
Brian. I'm teasing.
Yeah, I know. I'll try to
Brian's
keep my chin on the
lives.
mic.
If listen on the cruise ship, they're rock solid. Get to the lives. But if you want to watch something truly entertaining on the internet, watch the Brian live from his house. Those are absolutely a scream. So, and he says, yeah, Jim is definitely way too loud. So yeah, Jeremy, if you can wave any magic sauce.
Test 1, 2. Yeah, like my meters are way higher than you. I have it automatically adjusting in the thing. I think it's because I mostly am talking back here when I should be in here. So if I'm talking right here,
maybe you want me to.
You're tearing down.
Should I put my mic
No. You should
away?
just.
All right.
It's probably more my fault than anything. I'm probably much louder now, and then they need to probably will adjust their volume. So
Gary says we can't hear Jeremy.
We haven't had audio issues like this in
weeks,
a while, but
months.
I'm guessing now that I'm right on mic that it should be a problem because it is skyrocketing through this mixer. Let me just double check that the. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, unless.
And by the way, Brian and everybody else, and Gary, I've always been accused of being too loud in life, whether it be in the casinos, sometimes in the classroom, sometimes at sporting events, wherever. But I'm very sensitive to that.
Maybe I should turn off automatically adjust volumes, and it might be
could be a setting
platform we're using.
Okay,
but
is there something I can mess with on this side?
No, I'm just gonna leave it as is, and I'm just gonna stay close to the mic, and I'm sure it probably is okay now. Maybe. All right. What else? What else do we have in the news?
Another shooting in New York.
Not that bad. There's just a difference.
Yeah.
It's because I've been out here like instead of in on my microphone.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you should turn it down.
And turn Jim
down.
Now
because I'm closer, I will be louder. It'll all equal out. You shouldn't have to have your volume on full max. Should be set as anything else. So anyway, yeah. What else do you got?
That was it.
Shooting.
I was going to say that happened the same day as New York, but there was a casino connection to that one also, Jeremy.
Yeah,
because he was working at had a locker, I think, at the Paris, and he was working security surveillance, I think, at Horseshoe or something, and they actually got a warrant and went in and checked that locker out, and they checked his apartment, I guess, where he lives, and they got some information. There was a goodbye note there, and they retrieved some more ammunition and everything. Jim is using his outside voice. Oh my God. Crowd pleaser. I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell the kids at school.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
There's only one voice.
I figured out the problem.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well, look at this. I have to click here. Watch. Your voice was essentially getting doubled up. Hold on.
My voice doubled up. Oh, my God.
Exactly. Not a good thing, right?
Not a good thing.
All right.
Say something, Jeremy.
No. That's not it.
No.
I got to turn you up there. Well, turn that off.
Dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I can hear me now. It's playing back through.
Yep. I got to turn this down all the way down like that because that's the computer audio routing through.
Da-da-da-da.
There we go. Nothing changed. It was just I'm too quiet, but
you're too far away.
I believe that's the thing.
Maybe I should use as a tribute to NPR my
is off
NPR
at this point.
Yeah,
we're just hanging out. This is not something that's going to make its way to the podcast platforms.
No, but you need to put a few more out there. By the way, it's been a while since it's hit up on my Apple thing anyway. So whenever you get a chance,
you probably see another one at minimum. It's supposed to come out. I think
did you put them
Sundays,
monthly or bi-weekly?
Sometimes he puts them out Mondays. I don't know.
Okay. So
yeah,
no worries on that.
I sent a bunch to him.
Oh my God, Brian said Jim is louder now.
Well, he's on a delay, and that's because I turned the thing up. I was messing with it, so I think Brian's like way delayed. And I
Either
just
that
like
or
talking about
he
audio.
might be
I
punching.
understand it's a problem for you
He's punching
guys.
back because I was teasing him about the
Yeah, you're
internet.
giving him a hard time.
Yeah,
It's like if
definitely.
we wait 30 seconds, I think he'll say maybe it's better. So
Well, how
I don't
about
know.
this, Jeremy? And
Well,
like you
do we
said,
have any good news? So we had 2 shootings.
good news, if you're going to Vegas, it's not going to be real crowded. The trend has continued to spiral downward. People flying into Vegas down,
Mm-hmm.
hotel rooms down,
Mm-hmm.
occupancy down, gambling money is down. Um, you know, if you're going to Vegas in the next month or so, you've got it's not going to be really crowded. So congratulations.
Yeah, I've seen it both ways. I've heard like, well, all the YouTubers and influencers, and it was like 3 levels. So they're like, Vegas is dying, right? Because that's attention grabbing.
Yes, but
And then
the
it's
numbers
like,
are the numbers.
well, no, the numbers are down. And then it's like the actual news is like numbers are down certain percentages. And then it goes to the people that it really matters, like the casino owners and stuff. And they're like, yeah, it's off a little bit, but we're doing fine. Not a big deal. Because the numbers are down, but they're all down off of record numbers, right? So,
Right.
yes, we're not making as much profit as we crushed in 2021, but yeah, they're still significantly better than they were in 2019. So these numbers are off of record highs, to keep in perspective a little bit.
Now, I did have one more thing of news I forgot about in the rumor world, and I'm going to do a share screen on this one, everybody. Let's see. No, is it this one? Nope. Where is it at? Add to stage. The rumor mill has been cranked out, Jeremy, about the downtown Grand. Have you heard about this?
No, this is news to me.
All right. So the rumor mill, and I saw this the other day, and if anybody else is in Vegas, feel free to chime in. Supposedly,
yeah, Scott is real famous with putting out rumors, but a lot of them turn out to be true. He has a lot of content.
So
this writer
apparently that they have not been paying their vendors, and that's typically one of the signs. It's like in a retail business, when you stop paying your vendors, it's very quickly you're going
scrambling.
You're scrambling. You're going to be filing for bankruptcy protection or whatever, which I don't know if they can do that. But anyway, that's the story right now.
You know what it was? It was the $5 table. Got him.
Yeah, you can only make $1 million a year off a $5 table.
Right. Well, I mean, it's probably more has to do with people like you, because you're one of the people who said I'll never be back.
Yeah, that was on them. Yeah, and I did not go back this year.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Stick
and
to
a
your
lot
guns.
of people. Yeah, well,
I've had mixed experience. I've seen it like the absolute worst, and I've been like, okay, for $5 I can put up with this. This is not the end of the world, but yeah, I mean, customer service, right? That's
that was bad. But it says they've chatted with several sources familiar with financing operations, and they believe the downtown Grand could be facing foreclosure and a forced sale by its lenders. So anyway, I don't know, but that was one of the ones that I saw on there. Let me see. Let's see. I don't know why I can't remove it, Jeremy. It's so weird. Can you get that off of there for me?
Yeah, I'll take it down.
I need to get a new mouse over here. But anyway, I thought that was pretty good. Anybody got any comments or concerns on that one?
I see people are still trying to figure out why Vegas is down.
Okay.
I think it's just a combination of a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Summer is normally down. I don't know how much events move the needle, right? Someone's mentioning
the conventions. You're talking about
conventions is their big business, but certain events people mention like the NHL draft and this.
Yeah,
and
NHL because last year
Super Bowl was like 2 years.
Last year they had when we were in town for DiceCon, it was the NHL draft, and they had it at the Sphere. And I remember on one of the nights, and I was on the what do you call that thing? The monorail, and riding through on that, and everybody, it just got out, and everybody was in their uniforms and stuff. But yeah, it's
But that's,
possible, the big
I
events.
mean, but you're talking a 1 or 2 day thing that's
Few,
affects maybe
several 30,000,
20,000.
30. But I mean, that's a big number, right?
I guess,
20,000
but
up or down. I mean,
not in a city that has, I don't know how big Vegas is, a million or two, million and
one
a half
point,
people.
yeah, whatever.
And then, the visitors are so many tens of millions a year. Like, one event. It's not. I'm not saying it's little, but like even the Super Bowl, the big stadiums only fit 40, 50,000 people, and then you have the auxiliary people around it. So maybe it's a swing of 100,000, but they have events like that here in Vegas all the time. So I don't know, but I mean, I think it's just more and more the local casinos are getting popular. I think we had that episode recently where the value is not what it used to be. So they were pushing the limits on what they can charge us as players and visitors, and they're slow to correct those things and react. Although it's happening, a lot of casinos are like getting resort fees for the summer and free parking, and some places are doing lower limit tables, so they're trying. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, but I don't think it's that huge a deal.
So 7%. I mean, if you've had your business or whatever, and you keep going down month after month, and this has gone since January, and maybe even since December, every month has been off from the previous year. You don't think that's going to have an effect?
No, 7%. No. Think about that. They just instituted the hard all day, Jim.
Maybe that's what's going to save the downtown Grand. The hard.
Yeah, it needs to move from the El Cortez to the hard all day with that 20% house edge.
Hey, Joe says he can hear Jeremy.
Yeah, nothing's changed. It's just because I've been conscious about making sure I'm on the microphone instead of my setup's a little different. My back hurts, so I've been kind of relaxing off mic.
Oh, yeah.
I just need to be on the microphone. So
okay.
I'll move the microphone.
And feel free to cut me down anytime because my voice won't change. I'll still be the obnoxious one there. But
yeah, let me see. I'm trying to run some numbers here real quick and tell you. Okay, so my YouTube numbers is off 30% since December.
30%?
Yeah, 30%.
That's pretty significant, Jeremy.
That seems pretty significant, but I'm okay with that's YouTube life for you. 30%.
But I mean, is that cyclical?
A little bit. So we peak in the
So you have a summer swoon usually.
Yeah, there's a summer. Because I think it's because of my demographic. Males go out. You got vacations. That's why I'm saying it's like 7% is not life or death. If a business can't take 7%, you got other problems.
Okay.
I mean, am I wrong? You're the
I don't know.
Business guy.
7% is significant, man. If you got to start cutting back on stuff, payroll, food, ordering, jobs. I mean, it's 7% is a big deal, especially if it's month after month after month.
Their margins are running that tight.
Well, I mean, grocery stores.
Well, I understand grocery stores are they're running like a 1%.
Yeah, supposedly, but I mean, 5%,
well, that's the thing. Supposedly, what do you 5%. Think a gambling casino
margin is?
I
bet you it's pretty low at the downtown Grand, probably a little higher at some of the other casinos. Because I can tell you, Jeremy, I've gone to the nicest properties in Vegas and some of the not so nicest properties, and I've yet to been able to tell the difference between the Diet Coke. So it is the same. But the prices vary. The prices
do vary. Yeah. One of their biggest expenses is marketing, where they give away cars and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Free play.
They have room, I think, in their
built in.
I think they have something built in there, Jim.
Okay.
I could be wrong. They might be, on the verge of bankruptcy all the time, but they're not doing a very good job
Okay.
with the finances. So
Yeah. So if
how many kids?
again,
How many kids? How many kids in your school?
about 1900 now, I think.
Okay, what's 7% of that? 180.
So
About 100 of them.
no, 70. Yeah, 70. Yeah, about 100. Yeah, getting a little bit more than 100.
Okay.
Yeah, 120, something like that.
So how many? If like 100 of them didn't show up,
Mm-hmm.
or you were down 100 kids from, would you say 1800?
Yeah, 19. Let's say 1900.
Yeah,
So it'd be
1900.
70.
And you were down to
Yeah.
Yeah, you were down to 1800 this enrollment. Would you even notice it?
Yeah, because in theory,
Like one kid
there's
from
so
each
many,
class, maybe?
yeah, but you're talking about teacher allocations and jobs and things
Yeah.
because there's a ratio, right?
Right.
So if it's 20 kids or 25 kids per classroom,
But it's
and that,
not, because you're talking about hundreds spread out through the whole school. So
but
you might be talking about
it
maybe
is
2
when you
kids,
go to
right?
pay the bills and all. So yeah, they will move allocations around in school systems, and
Okay.
people have what's called involuntary transfers, and it's all based on what actually shows up, and they have these predictive models and things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like when you work in the restaurant business. Hey, 7%. Oh, what's another 70 people? Well, if you're one of the servers standing around, or if you're the dishwasher, then they're sending you home because they don't need anybody to wash dishes. Yeah, it makes a difference. People tend to cut labor and cut costs when things are going down. Yeah, I think it
Sure.
does.
Yeah. When you cut, because they want to keep their same profit margin. I get they want to keep, they're fighting with the same profit margin. They're not like losing money all of a sudden. Well, I mean, in some cases you do, and that's when you're in economic recession or depression, right? And then like the downtown Grand, maybe you are about to go down, but there's a lot more factors than just kind of, it seems like just a 7% slowdown. I'm just not buying it, Jim.
Okay. Well,
It seems to me like if you had 1,900 enrollment last year and you had 1,800 enrollment this year, I don't think you're worried about losing your job.
and I'm going to tell you the economic answer is it depends. It depends if all those students, like a elective teacher like me, if those students didn't sign up for my class, a bunch of them, and I didn't have enough to meet the threshold, then yeah, they would have me probably doing another duty, or maybe I'd have to go to another school.
Right, but that's saying
same thing.
Yeah,
no, but I'm saying
that's like saying, okay, so a small percentage, I don't know how many are craps players. So all the craps players are 7%, and they're not showing up. The whole casino industry is not caving. You just get rid of the craps tables and dealers. Right? If it was that focused on one thing, yeah, you'd have to get rid of the craps dealers. But when you're talking about spreading 7% out throughout craps players, slot players, other table game players, people who just go to the pool, people go to the parties. Now it's only like you're missing one person who didn't show up.
Hey, if you're not growing, you're dying, Jeremy.
Yeah.
You're not doing something right? I mean,
well,
it's like in Shawshank Redemption, right? Get busy living or get busy dying or whatever. You got to do something.
I'm just thinking 7% spread out through a whole industry is one thing.
Yeah. And then think about like the airlines, 7%, your wife's business. Is that significant?
No.
You don't think
just turned in their record. Yes, their numbers are down. And I think to Brian's point right there, they just reported record quarterly earnings
because they probably cut back on expenses. They cut back on labor, and
they switch pricing structures around. They switch who they're catering to. Is it Spirit Airlines and someone else was trying to merge because they're in trouble?
Yeah, and right now Spirit's closing, shutting down a lot of flights. I saw that this week too.
Right.
So they're laying off pilots
because their business model was dirt cheap, and that's why people complain of their clientele, right? Because it was the cheapest possible way.
So you're going to tell me Spirit Airlines is the $5 crap table?
Oh yeah, it might be the $3 crap table.
The bird game, as David used to.
Yeah, the 25 cent. Yeah. And so they focused on that. And whenever though, the middle income and lower income people, I don't know how this is an economic show, but they get squeezed. I just like talking like I know something. I don't. They getting squeezed, so they're losing their customers. So that 7% is hurting them because a lot of their 7%. But you know who's still going to Vegas? The people who have plenty of money and go anyway for conventions, the businesses who go for conventions. If you could afford the $100 tables last year, like you're probably still going this year. So their focus, to like Brian's point, might be a different clientele. They're not hurting.
So let's just
Downtown
say there's
Grand was trying to cater to bottom of the barrel.
Okay, so they're hurting. Now. Okay. So how about this? There are 200 days. I'm just making this number up. I haven't looked. There are 200 days that they have conventions, right? At the convention center. Let's just say there's 200 days or 200.
Yeah.
And there's 14 less at the convention center. Mm-hmm. That's pretty doggone significant for that business. 14 is 14. It's 2 weeks. Those people at that place aren't working.
2 weeks is vacation. Most people's vacation. 2 weeks. Yeah.
No, they get the vacation anyway. Now they got 2 more weeks without pay.
No, it's 4. No, it's up to 4 weeks, maybe.
Yeah. But I mean, that's all I'm saying. I'm just
saying, I think a lot of people are getting excited about nothing.
Okay. We'll see. We will see.
Yeah. I mean, I think if the economy overall is in trouble, but
I don't think the economy overall is in trouble. I think then Vegas is in trouble. I think Vegas is going to be hurting a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see a year from now.
Yeah, I don't see anything changing yet. Like, it's news that 2 casinos are now offering free parking and no resort fees to try and gain some customers back.
Yeah. Like, why would they do that? Why would they do that if everything's hunky-dory? Okay.
Right. They are trying to entice some customers.
Right.
But does that sound like panic mode to you, Jim?
When you've been charging $40 for the parking lot, yeah, it might be. I don't know.
No, come on. It would be mass layoffs. It would be this or that or the other thing. And maybe you're right. Maybe next month we're going to start. Maybe next month the MGM Grand is going to shut down operations.
Oh my gosh! Now he's going to the extreme. You're like one of my students.
I'm trying to make
a
point, right?
Yeah.
But or someone's getting unemployed, right? Like, what are have we heard any employee numbers coming down? Anyone getting axed?
I don't know, but I'll tell you what. While you're checking out the hard way, while you're checking out the hard ways all day, I will go ahead and do some research on that this week. That will be a good topic for next week.
Yeah, when we get to still hiring. They're all desperate for dealers. If you want to be a dealer, now's the time to do it.
Okay.
Listen to you guys argue over 7% is hilarious. I agree. I think it's fun.
Oh, hey, here we go. MGM, a lot of their concierge services.
Give me the article. How many?
Okay.
I did see something like that a couple weeks ago. It's one of those frou-frou things, though. Come on.
It's frou-frou as long as it's not your job. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm self-employed for a reason. You get tired of getting downsized in companies. Listen to that. Sweet, sweet dead air.
No. I was just reading.
No. Good. Find the article. I know it exists because I do remember that article a couple weeks ago. It may have been like a month ago. I'd be curious how long ago it was. We should be hearing about this daily and weekly.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it down because they don't want to have panic.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's see. I'm trying to get to that. Wish I could figure out how to use this mouse. Let me hit X on this thing here. Back to page. Uh-oh. What did I do?
Yeah, this article from April. Okay.
So this is from April, yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is before the bad stuff.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything since.
Let's see. I don't know. All right. Get off. Where did the article go?
I don't know. It disappeared.
All right. So things are happening quickly. Can you get it off of there? Because I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did wrong.
It's, all these websites nowadays is like, they just fill it with ads and garbage, and you can't ever find an article.
And by the way, if you want to call in, if you got an opinion about the economy in Vegas, especially if you're living there like Jeremy, go ahead, call in 678-723-1112, or as we say, 6, 7, and 8, the 3 most popular craps numbers or combinations. 7, the most popular. 2, 3, 11, 12, the craps numbers on there. So
I saw a video the other day. This guy was like, "There's nobody in Vegas. I could drive from Summerlin to Henderson, and I did it in 15 minutes all the way across town." And now that I live here and kind of understand that comment, one, that's bull crap.
Okay.
Because like it's 25 miles to the airport, because I go back and forth to the airport a lot.
So
Yeah, and the airport's not even close to it's somewhat close, but you got another 10 miles, and that's where the traffic really is. So if you're going 100 miles per hour and there was no traffic, you couldn't make it in 15 minutes. So that's what I'm just saying. People are like exaggerating a little bit, and I don't know.
And by the way,
I'm not buying it. These casinos crying poor. I'm not buying it.
Okay.
I guess it's not the casinos, right?
Did I make
Vegas.
Us this big?
Yeah, right. It's the city or whatever. I don't know. It makes for interesting talk that casinos Vegas is gonna come to a close. We're gonna run out of water. No one gambles here anymore, and we're just all gonna gamble on the internet now. Like, come on.
I must have did something bad. I can't even see my my thing over here. I can't see the comments. It's like you're giant. It's like me and you, giant over here. I can see.
Oh, you hit the full screen
I did.
button thing.
What does this button do here? Wonder how I get out of it.
MoneyWise has an article June 2025 that dealers are being quietly laid off.
There it is.
That's interesting.
Okay, now I'm back. Yeah. Thank you, Brock, for coming to my defense.
They're being quietly laid off. Okay.
Yeah, quietly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then crowd pleaser. I actually remember where this quote came from in the 1970s. There, right? Nattering nabob of negativism. So, yeah,
that's a mouthful.
Yeah, well, that's one of the Nixon's guys.
I don't think Jim is taking the negative position.
I'm just saying
significantly. He's just saying, hey, these are the numbers we're being reported. 7%. It's nothing to scoff at. Yeah. And meanwhile, I'm over here scoffing at it. I'm saying you're a scoffer. Yeah, which the truth is probably, the truth is what Jim's saying. It's the numbers are the numbers. They are off. They are down. I'm just saying it's not a big deal. And Jim's saying, well, maybe it is.
Maybe it could be a trend.
It could be. It could be something. Something to keep an eye on for sure.
So Brian says businesses usually pay their people 25% of the money that person generates. So if a self-employed person can generate just 25% of the revenue,
we have officially become a business podcast.
There you go. That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. 20. Yeah. Obviously you have to lay off some people if you're not making the income, right? And everyone's worth something to a business usually.
You're gonna and the people who run the business want to make as much as they can for themselves, right? The world operates on incentives.
Some operate differently. Some businesses, you hear there's this one tech guy who he does like profit sharing like crazy, and like all of his employees, like all 500 of them are all millionaires, and just because he has decided I'm not going to collect it all at the top, right?
Right.
And there's other people who run it different. I mean, you're taking the risk and putting all the thing. I think as owner, you can decide whatever you want. I'm not going to begrudge anyone anything, but I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Like, what the
Yeah,
point was that?
I don't know where you're going with it, but we'll see. I don't know. You're saying, oh, there's
We should
good
just shut this
capitalists
off,
and
Dan.
bad capitalists, right? Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
good
yeah,
capitalist, bad capitalist. Yeah.
yeah. My
I mean,
boss is
owners
good.
can make
He
whatever
shares.
decision I
Yeah,
want.
my boss gives away his millions and billions. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, MGM might be, their top couple people are collecting half the money, and maybe Caesars is, only their top people are only collecting 10%, and they're giving
Okay.
like they make individual decisions, right?
Yeah.
As long as their shareholders are happy.
And even if they're, even if they're just a server or a waitress, nobody's going to pay you money to stand around and do nothing. You have to be generating some money for your people,
Usually.
usually. Yeah. And then Muhammad came in and said, what? Vegas isn't going anywhere. I think more folks who are coming to Vegas are venturing further away from the strip. Well, go ahead.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Some of these other Durango, if you could pull up the articles.
Yeah.
Red Rock, some of these outskirt ones are this year is their biggest ever.
Okay, but
and they're doing record profits and record numbers, and their percentage is not down 7.
Right, but again, the overall numbers, right? If there's a winner and there's a loser, right?
Well, I don't know that the overall
their numbers are
a lot
going.
of those articles are strip based. They're not.
Right, so they're not, they're not flying into Vegas. They're not staying in the strip or the downtown, right? So you thinking there's an exodus? They're just driving into 20 miles out.
A part of it. So if the strip is down 7%, maybe 3% now is going off strip for that better value. Maybe it's only 1%. I'm just saying that 7% is probably distributed elsewhere. People they're going to Atlantic City. They're staying. Some are online casino gambling. Some are staying because there's one within 3-hour drive. I can. What I'm saying is, I can explain 7%. Like if you told me it's 27%, I'd be right there with you, saying, "Well, okay, we got a problem."
All right, I'm going to keep an eye on these numbers every month, and we're going to see. We're going to see. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting because business is definitely business. Oh wow, there we go. We got a new name for the. New name for it. It's business chat. And again, nobody wants to call on in. You can go right to the front of the line because there is no line, right?
Yeah.
You could hear your voice too. But even your sister has got to go. She spent too much time with you this past week, and she hung out as long as she could.
We were entertaining. That's our goal.
Oh yeah, she's entertaining.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
She's on the East Coast. My mother to listen. My mother is who lives in middle of nowhere and doesn't have internet, but happened to be out shopping with my sister. She's like, "Oh, it's going to be too late. I will have already dropped her off at the farm."
Okay.
So she was going to try to catch the podcast. So maybe it's a good thing she didn't catch the podcast because we were.
It wasn't the most topic-driven show that we've had.
But maybe it's good because she's not a fan of gambling, and we were just talking more business. And
yeah, that's true too.
Maybe it was for her, it was a positive thing.
Let's see, Brian coming in again. Business that spends more than 50% on cost of goods. Oh, podcast. Go ahead, Jeremy.
We'll see if that's him calling in or someone else. Welcome to the Color Up Podcast. Who do we have on the air with us? Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Jeremy, crowd pleaser here. I got a quick question about Hard All Day.
Yes.
I was wondering, rather than betting the hard ways all the time with all the churn, are you better off with just making the Hard All Day bet and just play it once per shooter? I wonder if that would be less churn.
Great question. I don't know, and I have to run the numbers, but if you could do it for $1, yes. But I have put out videos in the past where if you calculate bets by cost per hour, the odds bet is number one because there is no cost per hour, right? But the hard way bet is the cheapest bet you can make. It is cheaper than a pass line bet when you consider house edge, minimum bet, and time at table, because you just throw out $1 and it sits there multi-roll, and then a decision is made. So I'd have to look up at the video, but it is the cost per hour makes the hard ways one of the best bets. It is very cheap to even put $4 or $1 bet on a $10. I did the calculations based off a $10 table. And the worst, you might guess, would be the field bet, because it has to be table minimum of $10 and it is a one roll bet. So it churns constantly.
But you said, I remember you did something. Oh, maybe it was a cruise ship and they've changed the policy.
Yeah,
on it.
they're up their minimums. All the prop
okay.
bets are now $2. So that affects things and make it twice as worse, right? But originally on a $10 table, the hard way bets, if you calculate it on cost per hour, which is probably more accurate than house edge because that's based off mathematical infinity, but cost per hour, the field bet is your worst case scenario, and your hard ways are right there behind the odds bet of cost per hour, because it's based off how many rolls are an hour, how many rolls cause a resolution. And so there are cheap bets. So I'd imagine if you could make one hard all day bet, it would be even better, because now you're going from $4 down to $1, and it even has less resolutions because
you're gonna hit
you
the
only
point
lose to the 7, because hard way there you lose to the 7 and the easy way. So it's actually churning quicker. So talking through this and thinking through this, the hard all day is probably at a cost per hour a very cheap bet, because there's only 6 rolls out of 36 that's causing a resolution, and if you could bet it at $1.
So you need to write this down.
You know,
this is going to be.
The question is the churn would be significantly less than these constant soft ways.
That's what I'm saying.
Knocking your dollar off.
That's what I'm saying is the churn should be significantly less, because the only churn is the 7, as opposed to 7 and the soft ways. And if you could do it for as low as $1, the cost per hour is significantly low too. So, my guess is, although the house edge is 20% cost per hour, and how it affects your bottom line, what you come to the casino with, $500 or whatever it is, it's going to be insignificant because of how slowly it churns and sits there. So I'd say probably good value for your money if you're looking at as far as churning.
As a low roller, $1 on the hard ways doesn't really do much for you. But if you're just betting $1 on hard all day
to win 165,
hit,
exactly.
Yeah. So anyway,
great point.
Interesting to see get some numbers on that. Thanks, guys.
Thanks
Good
for the call.
Yeah. That's got to be one of your videos. Put in your topic list of new videos to figure out.
I can run that out. I know how to do it. I have to put it out on paper and go through it. But
I bet you Chat GPT or AI could do it for you too.
Maybe I can.
Or do it on 3 different ones and get 3 different numbers. Anymore. Yeah.
It's hard to trust because they just pull stuff up, and there's stuff that you just know is wrong. But whatever.
Yeah. But thanks for calling in. That was very nice. And again, thank you for the wonderful artwork for the thumbnail.
Yes.
So that is great.
Yeah, I've got some. He's given me a few, and they're all great. He does great work.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to read some of these. I guess you could put them up on.
Yeah, I was getting ready to pull one up, but this is again more from the strip casinos. This is from Muhammad Curtis saying strip casinos seem to be taking away more and more away from the regular patrons, whereas a lot more is given the patron with these off strip spots like Red Rock and Durango. So he's agreeing with you with what you were saying about the record profits for some of these ones that are farther away from the strip as people seek out value.
Well, you could probably speak to this more than anything. That's just marketplace competition, right? What are you going to do to have them come to your place instead of theirs, right?
Yeah. So the bottom line is people vote with two things, their feet and their wallet, and they're not flying to Vegas. So they're voting with their feet. And if they are getting to Vegas, apparently they're definitely not going to the Strip, and they're going, way. I said way. How far is Durango? Because I saw where Brian with Hawaiian Crap Shooters this weekend, he's had a group playing over there. How far away is that from the Strip?
It's on the Loop on the southwest corner of
Okay, so not too
City.
far.
So I mean,
yeah, not far.
Yeah, depending on
20
traffic,
minutes
maybe
where you're at.
Yeah, but not more than 10 miles.
Okay.
My guess at 5-6 miles.
And they let him film there live. I know he probably had all the people that were there.
Table.
Yeah, reserve table, and probably pretty significant buy-ins too. So, but yeah, he had definitely a full one in there. Let's see what else we got on here. And Mesmetronic says, hello, love your content. And I started watching, knowing absolutely nothing about craps. Now I've decided to go to the casino for my birthday to shoot some dice. Well,
awesome.
You
Have a great time and happy birthday.
Yeah.
And maybe you get some of that birthday luck.
Yes. Newbie luck. Newbie luck.
Yeah,
right?
He's got two things working for him. New player, birthday. Well, we don't know if it's male or female, but some,
Yeah.
You get the female luck too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could be
the triple whammy. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, here we go. Any advice for Carnival Cruise craps? So I can speak to that because I just recently, this past spring break, went on a Carnival cruise. Carnival has some numbers and I saw something online. I think Brian posted it on his, where they're usually very secretive and not forthcoming with a lot of information about all the different levels that you need to get to. And it seems to be some pretty high points. And I played and got 3,600 points on a week cruise. Maybe it was 38. And there's no cruise certificate or anything like that. They do send you offers, and they do send offers, but they're not as many as they used to. And with Royal Caribbean, it's much easier and clearer. Same thing with their sister company, Celebrity. I know that's more of a Brian one over there.
Okay, so you can compare and contrast. You're saying Royal's more transparent, but as far as like how you played, I know you played pretty heavy and a long amounts of time on the Royal cruise we went on.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play that much? I know their points are, so you played probably equivalent on the Carnival one?
I probably played more because it was a 7-night cruise and I played a lot more days and nights.
Their points were 36 and Royal, you got
24. 19. I need 81 to get to 25 for the prime. But I played more.
And you could see.
And it was easily tracked.
Don't know, right?
Yeah. And, I get offers all the time, the junk mail like everybody else, but Carnival's junk mail seems to have slowed down a lot, even in spite of me playing on there. And Royal is very consistent. And I don't know, it's because Carnival has smaller ships and they don't need to fill as many casino rooms, and Royal has the bigger ships typically, and they're trying to fill more rooms, every cruise. So that's just my thought. Don't know, but that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, interesting.
And Brian, looks like you put some stuff up here. 20,000 points on Carnival is equivalent to 4,000 points on Royal.
It's just inflation, right? But but does their 20,000 point and 4,000 point comparable and offer? How many offers you get?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if
you don't know,
I don't know because it's not transparent. They don't have a list up there.
So at 4,000 points what you're going to get from Royal. At 20,000 at Carnival,
who knows? I mean, I can tell you at
fingers crossed, right?
38 or whatever, you can't really tell.
You would think and hope it would be equivalent of the offers that you get in email, but
Brian says same offers. I don't know, but that's a lot.
My question is it harder to earn the 20,000, or is it, you know what I mean?
From my personal experience, it is very hard to earn 20,000 unless you're probably feeding on the
if you
slot
played
machine.
even more and only got 36,
yeah,
versus 24 in Royal. Like I would say, like, okay, if you got 24 in Royal, you played equivalent at Carnival and you got 10,000. Okay, that's one thing, right? That's what I'm saying by like the points are inflated because they can assign whatever they want. Oh, if you average $1, we give you 5 points. We might as well make it 100 points, and our cruises cost 100,000 points. Like, I don't know how they're.
Yeah, it's definitely much more. I think the word you used was transparent, and that's why I like Royal. But I am not 100% loyal to Royal. I've gone on Carnival. I've gone on Royal. I've gone on Celebrity, and now this next spring break cruise will be MSC, Mediterranean Cruise Line.
And you've had a great time on all of them.
MCS. Had a great time on all of them. So they're all winners. They've all had the different, they've all had crap tables and all. Obviously, the bigger ships on Royal sometimes have 2, like a Lord of the Seas, that kind of thing. But yeah, I haven't had a bad time on a cruise yet. So
yeah.
No plane, no resort fees, free drinks if I'm playing. There you go. Why 5.5 hours? There you go.
That's what a lot of people say. Like,
why go to Vegas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something.
Or at least 7%. At least 7% of them, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me there.
Yeah, let's see.
That's true.
Offers has been very inconsistent on Carnival. Play heavy and get low offers, and play small and get large ones. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what to tell you, Mark, but if you get a chance, check out Royal if you can.
I'm curious, which way do you think one will? Maybe they'll just stay pat, right? But do you think Royal is more likely to go non-transparent and just be like, hey, it's magic? Or do you think the other casinos or cruises are more likely to go, you know what, maybe Royal's onto something and we should start being more transparent? Which way do you think is more likely
I don't know.
Happen?
That's interesting.
That's a good question for Brian.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'm curious to see how this MSC cruise is going to be. Mediterranean. Is it MCS or MSC? I don't even know what I'm on.
MSC, I think. Yeah. Where's it going?
We're going to Belize, Mexico, some other places. I don't know. I got to look that up. It's a 7-night cruise over spring break. I got to look it up. So I'll pull up a thing.
Wait a second.
What?
Your spring break, you got to cruise. Your Christmas break, you got to cruise.
Right.
Jim's a cruiser.
Occasionally.
You don't have any other time because your life revolves around breaks. You're mentioning spring break, Christmas break. These are times when teachers don't work.
Right. So I'm trying to build family time and friend time and the cruising time there.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know, because I give you a hard time because you're cruising every other week like Brian now.
Used to be. I've slowed down this year.
Yeah.
MSC sends me offers on occasion, but I've never taken a cruise. I'd go on one just to take part in traveling to different destinations, as well as throw in some craps play.
Yeah, that was Muhammad, right? Yeah. So I don't know, Muhammad. You've never been on one of their cruises. I'm curious to see if anybody's ever been on there, but I haven't heard from anybody specifically in our thing, but I've seen online channels said once you get in there and you gamble a little bit, you'll get offers all the time. So we'll see.
On 6 free Carnival cruises in the last 18 months and have never gotten more than 5,000 points in any given cruise. One was a 15-day transatlantic and one was 16. Wow. So he's getting great offers.
Apparently, yeah.
5,000 or less.
Wow. I don't know, Doug. It's weird. Maybe they don't. Now, I will say this. Maybe it's because I'm in a town that has a home port now year round with Norfolk, with them sailing out of Norfolk. Remember, like sometimes you were saying they don't give the offers to people.
Yeah.
So maybe my zip
it's
code
easy for them to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And come.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of factors, but I mean, it goes back to that's awesome. He's getting great offers for 5,000 points or less, but how can anyone compare? There's no transparency.
Yeah, that's true
Maybe
too.
someone else is earning those same points, and their offers are crap. We just don't know. They're just not consistent, right? Or letting us know.
Yeah, they need to be a little more transparent.
Obviously,
I mean, I would like to be.
They're fine as it is, or else.
Yeah, I mean, they're making
it would
money.
Be nice if everyone's like, we want transparency. Let us know. But land-based, right? Cruise is such a small segment. Land-based casinos, is there anyone who's transparent? I mean, I don't know as much about it, but from my short experiences, on the slots, they're kind of transparent.
Yeah, it's like $5. Every $5 is a point.
You
right?
get 1 point, but like, it's. I mean, if you hit certain levels, like your gold or platinum or whatever, there's like certain things you can expect. But if you earn so many points, it doesn't say, hey, you get an offer for 5 nights stay and 500 free play, right? You just gotta see what shows up in the mail. I don't think there's any transparency there either.
No, there's definitely not any transparency on that one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where, other than Royal, where it's pretty black and white. And then what's really cool about it is you can put your code in, and you can see, because when you get a card, offer card, they can't print them all, but you put the offer code in there, and you can literally see dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and hundreds maybe all over the place. So pretty easy way to go with it. But yeah, interesting. Let's see. I'm trying to look up my cruise while you're.
I better not add that to the screen, huh?
Yeah. Don't do that. Yeah. So.
Well, I think we've solved the Vegas problem.
Yes, we did.
They're down. The numbers are down.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact. I think we've solved the cruising problem. Some cruise lines are not transparent. We solved the hard all day problem.
Yes.
Although there wasn't really a problem. We're excited about it.
We're excited about it. We can't hide the excitement.
Yeah.
I mean, it's there on our faces.
Yeah. So I think we've solved all the problems, Jim. I don't know if we can keep going any longer.
I got one problem that I'm solving right now. My cruise on the MSC Grandiosa will be going to leads out of Port Canaveral.
Okay.
We go to Casa Maya, Belize City, Cozumel, Nassau, and back to Port Canaveral.
I like the Belize City.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. So
take or leave.
Yeah, I've been to Casa Maya and Cozumel, but haven't. And of course, everybody goes to Nassau. Yeah, so we got to do that.
Forced to, I think.
Yeah, it's part of the deal. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, all problems have now been officially solved.
We've officially cleared up everything. All right.
Yeah. But hopefully, so no podcast next week, right? No podcast.
I'll be in Philly.
Okay.
Working.
Okay.
Well, near Philly, I should say. Got married in Belize, right? Oh, there you go.
Beautiful. Oh, crowd pleaser, yeah.
Yeah.
So he must like it.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not gonna approach it. Some people
leave it alone, Jeremy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's saying he can confirm Belize is beautiful. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Keep it simple, especially when we're trying to wind it up.
Yeah. Again, we were all over the place. This one was just for the Color Up crowd. And thanks for listening and watching. This one is, it's not going to make the podcast platforms. I know there's been a delay, but I've queued up a bunch. They should start popping out, hopefully as early as tomorrow.
Awesome.
But, you come here live on YouTube, you always get it first.
Catch them.
You always get it first. So
yeah.
Thanks for listening, and y'all have a great night and a great week. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Bye, everybody.